All right, we're back. We're back into it. We're doing a Jones watch. It's been a while. Um, I guess it updates with Jones. He's been standing by Trump. He's maintaining that Trump is not implicated in Epstein. He stood by Israel. He's trying to do some middle road bullshit on Israel. Um, it's pathetic, and we're gonna get into it.
Alright, I'm dead serious when I say this. This is the most important broadcast I've ever done in 31 years on air.
This is the most important. Every single one. He's saying that shit. I'll let it play. Just let it play.
Every format, share the live feeds now, like your lives depend on it.
Your lives fucking depend on this shit.
It's
You understand that?
December 18th, 2025. I am your host, Alex Jones. When I was a young man, a teenager, I started reading books written by the heads of major university political science boards.
He ain't read a goddamn book in 10 years.
From the UN, you name it, saying they were going to phase out the family, phase out humanity, turn us into a technocracy, and how they would domesticate us first and poison us and dumb us down and use the medical system to slowly kill us. And do it by increment where even most of the medical system wouldn't know what they were part of. And I watched the plan unfold, and I thought, I bet if humanity speaks up against this, I bet if we stand up against this, we can beat it. But to tell people way out in the future what was coming, it was scary. And people could already see the globalist documents and the stuff they'd already gotten done from decades before, but still, come on, there's not even a corporate global government. I mean,
this is what, by the way, this is what he's leading with the most important broadcast he's ever done in 31 years.
Come on. This isn't really going on, but it is. Now there's no denying.
And I know that Jones is and look at all this fucking slop you see on your screen. I know that Jones is like I'll let him say it in a little bit, but just off the rip, or again, maybe I'll just let him say it.
So now instead, everyone just fights with each other over who's a secret globalist who claims they're a patriot and who isn't. And it's the classic infighting that will destroy us. We know the globalist policy.
Okay, see, look at that. He's already guarding again because, look, Jones is in such a position. Nick Fuentes has fully outflanked him. Fully. Jones has shown his ass as a Fed, and I mean really blatantly shown his ass as a Fed. I covered before how he talks about how he's got, FBI agents and CIA guys in his office, intelligence guys that give him scoops that he just reports on critically. He knows that, right, been really exposed on this Israel shit. It's getting really embarrassing for him. And I bet he's hearing that a lot from, fucking Fuentes fans, people that have jumped ship from him. And so he's kind of got a guard against that. That's what you're hearing. It's really embarrassing, by the way. While he does that, he has to put himself in this position where, fucking like he's giving these scoops to Trump, and Trump's listening to him. Well, I'll let him.
We know their plans. We know what they want. They want the carbon taxes. They want transgenderism. They
culture war nonsense.
They want UN treaties to control our bodies with the pandemic treaties. We know their agenda in the big broad strokes, and we take the power away from BlackRock, away from the UN, away from these groups, and we decentralize it. So when I say this is the most important broadcast ever, I have a real sense of urgency. I know most of you do as well. And the clock's ticking. And as I started warning 5-6 months ago, Trump was going in a direction that would make his poll numbers in reality actually plunge. And I warned everybody about that. And people said, "Oh, you're just attacking Trump." No, I was trying to course correct. Now it's undeniable, and Trump knows it. But I was realizing this morning when I was hiking not a long hike, long for a lot of folks' point is on a hike.
Oh.
While I was stopped and was looking at a little retaining pond full of mallard ducks, that I have a responsibility.
Oh.
To move the needle back on this.
Guys.
I know what Trump needs to do. I know that if he does what I say,
we're all if Trump does what Alex Jones says, we'll all be fine. We all, including the president, are Alex Jones's mallard ducks. Just waiting to be herded. You hear that?
And if he executes firmly on that, that he will not just turn this around, but that it will be devastatingly successful and accelerate even his timetable on all the wonderful things he's been doing.
Oh.
And much of the plan
and he's
from Trump, 1776 worldwide, 1776 2.0, is my plan.
Wait, come on. Shit. I mean, you hear this? I mean, you shouldn't be even like happy about it's crazy. Like both sides of it are insane. That he thinks Trump is listening to him that much, A, and B, that he wants to take credit for anything that Trump's been doing. Selling the entire country out to fucking Israel in fucking AI. Ushering in hell. Spending more on fucking wars that nobody fucking wants. Explicitly for the benefit of corporations. That's 17. That's 17.6. This is 1776 worldwide. Go on.
It's been adopted.
I'm sorry. No, wait.
Plan you see from Trump, 1776, the wonderful things he's been doing. And much of the plan you see from Trump, 1776 worldwide, 1776 2.0, is my plan. And it's been adopted into policy. And I can tell you, a lot of high-level White House folks listen daily. A lot of my ideas
they listen daily.
Put into policy and put into speeches, the rest of it. But we have a responsibility, and I mean this family of listeners and viewers,
Gives a wee second.
How to right the ship. We know how to win.
We know how to do it.
And you'll notice a lot of his speech was, oh, the economy's fixed, inflation's fixed, everything's fine.
He was talking about some bullshit speech Trump gave. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Which he's been saying, which totally pisses people off. He went through, gas is down 30 to 50% depending on your area. This is down that much. There's a lot to fix, but we're trying to turn it around, and this takes time. Funny you've been hearing that from me, right? I've been telling the White House that. Because I know that's how I feel.
And look at his fucking face right there when he says that, too. Like, Trump wouldn't mention, just the economy in a speech without Alex Jones cluing him in on it. Are you for real? Jones has to clue him. Hey, Donald, you might want to the economy. You know what I mean? Maybe mention the gas, but you know that thing you fucking talk about all the time? Maybe talk about it again.
Right. I've been telling the White House that.
Holy shit. I've been telling the White House that.
Hearing that from me, right? I've been telling the White House that.
And also, that makes you their fucking spokesman? Is that cool for you? You pathetic shit?
Because I know that's how I feel. Sample how you feel because you're just like me. Every time I go to I'm thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's common sense, folks.
Yeah.
But what he's got to do is, I'll explain when we come back, he's got to conscript us, not into the military, not into forced labor. He has to conscript us in a request for us to step across the line and join in this holy quest. He must call on the power of the people. Listen to
how pathetic he is.
We the people can do this. Trump can't do it.
This is not, none of this is fucking real, man. I mean, none of this is fucking, like, I don't know what you are keeping up with politically, dear viewer. I mean, like, how I mean, does any of that shit feel like anything you're keeping up with? Trump's speeches on the economy and how the entire world, the entire fucking country needs to be conscripted into a prop war for him.
The good things
Is
were
that cool for you? Is that cool for you? Is that what you want to hear from the head of conspiracy? Fuck's sake.
in the first Trump administration, despite all of the deep state attacks and the sabotage and the backstabbers and all the rest of it, came out of people like General Flynn and Steve Bannon and Roger Stone.
Steve Bannon was implicated in a lot of that Epstein shit. There were pictures of him talking with Epstein. And I do believe, I'm pretty sure we've got some time codes on that. I guess we don't. Maybe we don't. I think we might. But he's coping hard with that. Really pathetic. You know, just blatantly covering for. I mean, you should have seen the shit he was talking before with Epstein and what needed to happen to anyone that was in those pictures. Now you got a picture of Bannon straight up at a desk with fucking Epstein. And it's just, oh yeah, but they're fucking Bannon would never do anything like that. He's on the clear. It's just just please, man. It's embarrassing.
And that's why we all got targeted so much, because we had the ear of the president and he was listening.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets the right information, he makes the right decisions.
Yeah.
The knives are out for Trump. They got to get through him to get to us. A series of blunders that we've already listed, running Elon Musk off, mishandling Epstein, all that stuff.
Oh, well, so Musk is still even a good guy. I didn't even catch that the first go around. Musk is still a good guy. I mean, like what? I mean, what? This sort of guy is supposed to be like against the government and some against the establishment in some way, right? He's pro big tech, pro massive AI corporations, right? All of this fucking rollout that we're seeing, right? Necessarily pro mass surveillance. He's pro Trump's fucking, I mean, basically everything he's doing, selling his ass to Israel, getting us in whatever hot war that he's going to get us in next. And what did he do? Fucking BlackRock is what he said he's against? Which, I mean, you're not really, because Trump is doing whatever the fuck BlackRock wants him to do. In the UN? I mean, what are you fucking talking about? The fuck does the UN even do that anyone gives a shit about?
Trump saying the economy is actually great when it's not, though he's already slowed down the inflation, cut energy prices, got tens of trillions of investment coming in. I mean, he's right. Everything he said in the speech last night was totally true. And it was a very dense speech, as Steve Bannon said, very technical, moving very quickly. And if you're talking to economists or something, they're going to understand it. But for a lot of people out there, they still look around them and see what's happened. And a lot of that's left over from COVID and the Great Reset and intentionally trying to stall the economy out, which has been the plan, the post-industrial world. So Trump's going against all that. And the carbon taxes literally shut down the West.
All right, let's fucking skip ahead a little. He's just so fucking... It's just nothing. It's kind of nothing going on. I mean, like, just who gives a shit?
And so Trump can sit there and tell you what he's doing, what the government's doing, but we need a Kennedy not just speech, but movement.
What?
JFK statement of ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Is that what you... Wow. Is that what the fuck you think you need to hear right now? Dear viewer, dear American, is that what you think? Is that what you want to hear from your government, specifically Donald Trump's government? The Epstein-connected Israeli pedophile. And I mean, again, not playing fucking sides, one or the other, right? They're all fucking connected to... They're all bought off by Israel. Right? Most of them are Epstein-connected pedophiles. And if not, I'd be willing to bet they're connected to some other pedophile. But is that what you think you need to hear right now? What you can do for your country? Your government is what that means, essentially. How could I serve you, sir? Is that what you think the attitude you need to be in? Who does this guy... I mean, in having said that, who do you think this fucking guy speaks for? Jones. Let's run that back a little bit.
George Washington was the leader in 1780, but to energize them to get mobilized peacefully to come to the aid of the Republic. Yes, George Washington was the leader in 1776, but he had to mobilize the people. The left is mobilized.
Not really. No. Whatever you'd like to call the left nowadays. No, they are not. No, we are not. No, we're not. We're pathetically immobilized. There's a facsimile of mobilization with that tool fuck in New York. He'll fall in line just like AOC and fucking all of the others will.
I'll tell you what he's doing, what the government's doing, but we need a Kennedy, not just speech, but movement. A JFK statement of ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Because when you actually...
I mean, what? Yeah, I'll let it go for a little.
Do things for your country, and that means getting up early and taking care of kids and taking them to school and doing the homework and, you know, working hard and being honest and voting and standing up for yourself and running for office. I mean, donating to political causes. The Muslims can take over European...
Okay, I was letting them run with that. Okay, so I was curious. Like, what do you mean by what do I need to do for my country? A bunch of bullshit. Voting for Republicans, obviously, right? Vote for these fucking shit-eating Republicans. Taking care of your kids, I guess. Donating, giving your money to Republicans, right? Oh, great, thanks. Right? Sounds like you're a fucking Republican spokesman. Sounds like you're a fucking shill with nothing deeper to add to it, to the fucking conversation. Do you see? I mean, this guy used to have a little bit of sauce about him. Not a lot of people remember. Fucking this guy Jones used to have a little bit of sauce. He used to be able to cut in. And we're doing all of that, right? By the way, we need to do all of that, because the Muslims. What are the Muslims going to do, Jones?
For yourself and running for office, I mean, donating...
Running for office, even.
The Muslims can take over European countries with only 6-7% because they all vote...
Come on, man. Was that for me?
The Muslims can take over European countries with only 6-7% because they all vote in a block. They're all focused. They're all engaged.
Give me a fucking break. The Muslims. I've said this before, but I have a huge problem with how he says the Muslims. The Muslims, all of them. And I mean, again, obviously, European Muslims are far different from American Muslims. And how they act politically, but do we get to say the Jews in that exact same vein? Right? He doesn't. He doesn't get to say that because guess who owns him? A. And I mean, B. I know the Somali thing is a big culture war talking point right now. Because what? Tim Walz is giving them fucking just some state level fraud? Who gives a shit, really? I don't care. I don't give a shit. Sorry. If you live in Minnesota or whatever, wherever the hell that's happening, I guess you give a shit. I don't give a shit. Like, there isn't fraud in every single fucking corner. Like, isn't money skimmed off the top in every single fucking corner, in every single fucking state in this goddamn country. I have to hear about the Somalis as if, like, we finally got, it's uncovered. You kidding me? Once we kick them all out, we'll have our country back. What are you, stupid? The Muslims. Say 6'7" again one time.
And that means getting up early and taking care of kids and taking them to school and doing the homework and, working hard and being honest. And
I think it was on purpose.
And standing up for yourself and running for office. I mean, donating to political causes. The Muslims can take over European countries with only 6-7% because they all vote in a block. They're all focused. They're all engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the mouse of Islam in Europe making the lion bow down in fear.
What? The mouse of Islam? Okay, whatever. I don't know.
The elephant.
Whatever, dude.
Politics and being engaged in things is not a hobby. Like, I do woodworking in the garage. Or you've got a kiln in the backyard and you do pottery. Or, I oil paint on the side. The whole world is a struggle. The whole world is war. Different types of it. Everything in the animal kingdom is.
Okay,
And all
Jones.
these other predatory, aggressive systems are tribal and are focused and want to eat our lunch and think we're idiots the way we lay down, the way we behave.
You're an idiot, and the shit that you laid out is serving your country. So let's just skip past this part. If I can get to where I need to go. Right about there.
Last night, I think overall it's a B+. Everything you said was true.
It's the speech.
Except I think one typo. It's like
That's almost like a Daily Show swipe right there. Like, right? Isn't that kind of like John Oliver type? I don't think they've been doing graphics like that before on this show.
$100 billion they've raised on tariffs, not 18 trillion or whatever. Other than that, it was good. So, but it's not enough. We're in desperate times. You've got to cut through the malaise. You've got to literally talk to people directly with the facts and say, listen, we're all in a lot of trouble if you don't get up and get on your feet.
Okay, dude.
And you've got to think about the things that the public can do. Like Netanyahu enlist Jews all over the world to defend Israel online. Now, whether you love Israel, hate Israel, or you're neutral like I am, the point is they're mobilized, like the Muslims.
Excuse me? Let's start over. Excuse me? Is that what he needs? Trump needs to be more like Netanyahu. That's what you're saying? He needs to enlist the Goyim to defend Israel. Or, I'm sorry, the U.S. Sorry, I got it confused. I wasn't sure which government I was talking about. Oh, God, dude. Do you see how he talks about Israel? I mean, and he's so quick and slippery, right? It's really easy. It's really easy for him to like, oh, I'm neutral, but they like mention something bad, but overall, they're good and they're fighting the Muslims.
With the facts and say, listen, We're all in a lot of trouble if you don't get up and get on your feet.
And do what? Vote? I'll tell you, and this obviously kind of low res, but not convincing to me. That face, just a quick pause on him. I don't find this convincing. I don't find the when he yells nowadays. He used to yell in, I mean, like Obama years. There was some passion, you know? I felt like he believed what he was saying. And this was pre, me understanding any of the shit on Israel or him being a Fed or any of that. But I used to be convinced. I used to feel like he gave a shit. Just that face. Don't buy it. Well, who are you looking at over there? Who's going to save you?
And you've got to think about the things that the public can do. Like Netanyahu enlist Jews all over the world to defend Israel online.
Online as well. Enlist Jews all over the world to defend Israel online. Why are you using that as an example? Isn't that disgusting? Don't you find that disgusting?
If you love Israel, hate Israel, or you're neutral like I am, the point is
you're neutral like I am.
Tiny country, super powerful.
Mm-hmm.
They understand to survive and thrive, you've got to be a bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
So America has to stand up for itself, and we're starting to do that, but that's just a few percentage of our horsepower. Now's the time to open a can of political whoop-ass. Now, Bannon asked me right after the speech what I thought. This is what I had to say. This is key. Here it is.
A few minutes ago, the President of the United States finished...
God, look at... Fuck! Look at how disgusting he is, man. Fucking hell. Doesn't he look just fucking gross? What is this fucking shitty set? I mean, and it's like on top of the InfoWars set, it's just looking increasingly shitty to me, these graphics that they're doing. Now you got Bannon. I mean, he is fucking sickening. I mean, he raped a kid. I guarantee you that. Allegedly. Don't sue me, but Epstein, right? He's in the pictures with Epstein. Somebody ask him about it. Somebody fucking ask him about it. Why is it? What were you doing with Epstein? What were you guys talking about in that picture? What do you guys like to talk about? Where were you? How did you get there? How long were you with Epstein? How long have you known him? Start, opening up lanes. See what those questions lead to. I bet you get to something.
Address to the nation from the diplomatic reception room next to the South Lawn of the White House. Now, Alex Jones, the great Alex Jones, join us. Alex, your assessment, observations, and analysis, sir.
Thanks, Steve. Great analysis by you and your crew.
Mm-hmm.
We've been just simulcasting the last hour, and I agree with it all. But you were asking different reporters and journalists and analysts, was it too hardcore? Was it too dense? Was it too technical? Because we all know the facts. I mean, it was all true what Trump said. And overall, I'd give it like a B-. And I'm not criticizing the president.
No, you never would you? You never would you? Why would you even say that? I'm not criticizing the president.
Absolute existential threat, which is what it is. Total urgency.
And why the fuck? I mean, this is what like CNN and MSNBC do when Biden used to give a fucking speech. They used to sit here and like analyze it. Why are you analyzing his fucking canned, shitty teleprompter speeches? Why is that what your conspiracy show is? Don't you have some information to fucking give me? Dickhead. This is the first 13 minutes of the most important podcast he's ever done. As he's playing an old clip with Bannon of him talking about a goddamn speech that Trump didn't even fucking think about before he gave it.
And get 10 times more hardcore and say the globalist NGOs, which is publicly happening, are trying to crash the U.S. They're working with the Chinese. They're trying to take everything.
They're working with the Chinese. That's who they're working with. That's what the problem is. It's the Chinese, guys. Did you know that? I know you might have had, listen, you might have had another country in mind. Maybe one that starts with an I. It's not that country. It's the Chinese. It's the Chi-Coms. Okay? It's the Chinese and the Muslims. Do you understand that? That's who the problem is. Do you understand that?
We've already cut energy prices by 30 to 50%. We've already cut all these other prices. I'm doing everything I can, but I'm facing major headwinds. I need your help. He needs to enlist us to get behind him.
Need our help with what? Need our
ICE that's under attack.
Support ICE. You kidding me? Without touching on the issue of immigration and illegal immigrants in this country. Support ICE, the growing police state. Listen to this fucking guy, conspiracy man, right? I mean, regardless of what you think on immigration and Mexicans, blah, 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 right? It is a gang of generally unidentified kidnappers, right? It is the infrastructure, the bones, the scaffolding of a police state. Period. They show up armed. They do not identify themselves as police. They take people and arrest them. That's what we all need to do, guys, to take to make America great again. Support Palantir. Support fucking all the AI rollout that's being fucking subsidized by your tax dollars to just run mass surveillance. And support ICE.
And I explained that this country is in a battle for its life. He conscripts us with that message. It's game over for them.
Conscripts
us. We're in a
us.
historical crisis. We need George Washington. We need Abraham Lincoln. We need President Jackson, right? Andrew Jackson. We need to just...
And he won't even tackle the fucking issue of immigration head on. You know what I mean? He's not even saying anything about it right there. Support ICE. Whatever.
Through. So I know they're telling him, be nice, don't take scalps from the DOJ, blah, blah, blah. All of that is what happened 8 years ago. Things are better now. He's way more hardcore than he was then. So, let's say on hardcore he was a 2 before. Now he's a 5. We need a 12. We need a 50, above 10. It's like Spinal Tap. We need 11. He just needs to directly tell us what we need to do, directly tell us what we're up against, because those of us that study it know the technicals. He's got the Federal Reserve to do what he's supposed to, though a little bit late. He has won the tariff issues. There'll be some pain up front. But overall, America's surrender is over. You want to get out from under the globalists. You want jobs back in America. You want law and order. In the areas I can control, like the border, we're down 96%. Basically nobody coming across. We've saved and already found 60,000 of the kids. And just so I wish...
Well, you're getting those numbers, but... I mean, do you see how it's so weird to me that he's become literally a spokesman for the federal government. That's what he is. That's what Jones is. That's what fucking Bannon is. They're spokesmen for the federal government and for Israel. And that's it. That's all they are. right? He's not presented a single fucking opinion with any through line that's outside of what the federal government thinks.
The speech was an hour long. Great that it was focused on domestic, but also explained that domestically we're under attack. So my only message to Trump is, damn the torpedoes, go straight at them and speak directly to the people and say, look, you elected me to stop the deep state. And you see what we're up against.
You want to create the architecture of the narrative of what this is really all about, because everything he talked about were actions what he inherited, actions he's taken, how he's making things, how he's improving
and
things.
Those actions are going to go over the average person's head. They're not Steve Bannon. They're not.
This guy right here. That's the one. Things might go over the average person's head, right? Because they're not smart enough politically. This guy right here, he gets it. This fat pig fed fuck in pictures with Epstein, he'll tell you what you need to know. Right. So this guy, right? Jones, these two fed pig fucks will tell Trump to give you marching orders and you are to follow them. Do you understand? You get that?
Study 18 hours a day. I dream about this when I go to sleep. Exactly. Like, if you're not totally doing this, you don't know it was all accurate. And I was sitting there like crying because I knew it was all true. But
he was crying.
You came back and was like, it's too technical. And you came back like literally said it's too technical. How do you explain it in big, broad strokes to people? They already trust him. They already overrode the fraud.
No.
He needs to directly tell them that he needs us, Steve.
What is in this fight with the deep state, with the globalists? Give me, if you were with the president now and say, hey, look, I want to do this in the first week you get.
And I mean, they really need to retire the phrase deep state, because that doesn't even mean anything anymore to these pigs. What does that mean to anyone? You know? He's got the CIA in his fucking office. This fuck has been in pictures with Epstein. What is the deep state that you guys don't like?
We're gonna try it one more time. That was great to end the year, but I wanna really hit the deck plates running. What are the 2 or 3 things that you tell him? Here's, I think, what we need to do to frame this, so people can see it's light and dark. People can see it's good and evil. What do you recommend?
Well, notice even before he got back in, and all the Hollywood movies and all the PR by the Democrats is, he's a dictator. Don't use the military. Oh, he's Hitler. Oh, Border Patrol can't arrest illegals. It's all illegal.
He's worse. That might be lived out. That might be lived out to say Trump is worse than Hitler, honestly. But I mean, I didn't, that might be lived out to say that he's worse than Hitler. I don't know. I'm experiencing Trump, right? I'm experiencing the Israeli pedophile running my government. I'm the one experiencing fucking, right, AI being shipped in at every level, taking over every level, subsidized by our tax dollars. I'm the one experiencing trillions of dollars going to wars in places that the average person can't name, and they're explicitly being justified by the profit of corporations. That's what I'm experiencing right now. I don't, Hitler, better, worse, don't give a shit. This right here is bad.
Oh, the seditious six. They know what Abraham Lincoln and George
But,
when people try this stuff. They know that's the only checkmate to John Brennan and the rest of them that are openly still running this with Obama and all their networks still in the government. The sleeper cells that Trump's dealing with, technical name, Stay Behind Network, folks, look that up. So,
you fucking kidding me? Is this fat fuck? Are you kidding me? Do you know what a Stay Behind Network is? Are you kidding me? Do you think like that's enough of a truth to pepper in to give you some sort of fucking credibility? Is the term stay behind network? That's what you think is the big problem in this country? Is that the fucking Democrats put a stay behind network in the CIA? To do what? Simulate this fucking conflict to justify your job?
Hegg says is on the right track.
Oh, he is.
Referral on the seditious six and on the senator Kelly. It's not the
I don't. Guess what? I don't give a shit. We're gonna move on. I think Roger Stone comes in at this point, but that's also pretty boring. This point I'm skipping to. Stone is gonna be here, which is another. I mean, just
inside baseball, the former top political advisor to President Trump, longtime wingman and best buddy. Whenever Trump would be, in between marriages, they would go out on double dates. So he can definitely speak to the
Excuse me? Is that confirmed?
whole new.
Roger Stone is like gay, right? Isn't he like a call boy? One of those like twink call boys that Nixon kept around?
Recycled lie that Trump was best
allegedly.
90,000+
I don't know. He has. I mean, fuck. He has Nixon's face tattooed on his back. So I mean,
the Democrats released 19 files, and it's recycled New York Post photos of Trump at a beauty pageant covering up women's faces to claim they're little kids.
Is that really what you think is the extent of Trump's misdeeds with Epstein? Is that really how far you think it goes? Alex.
This is just total defamation. At this point, should we even defend it? Because we already know this. Yeah, some people are still buying into this. Why Roger's here. I wanted to get his take. Days ago, I said, after the speech, I want to get your take on it. I think it was a great speech.
Have a look at him, man.
But it was a little dense because a lot of people probably didn't catch, all the facts there. But what I want Trump to do is to conscript the American people and say, hey, I'm fighting. We've got a lot done, but I need your help to get this completed, and explain how they're trying to block it, like the blue state's trying to block administratively, and because they collect the money and saying, no, we're still going to collect the tax on tips. What are they going to steal it? I mean, this is just wild. So there's so many points that Trump can be hitting on here that he's not. But we know that the president listens. We know the staff listen. We know we're having a big effect.
Do they? I don't think they do. I don't think anyone is listening to fucking Alex Jones anymore. I think he's got fucking losers like Stone and Bannon are getting given out essentially like crumb talking points by mid-level retards in the CIA, and that's it. That's all the access he's getting. I don't think Jones and these guys are even like high-level feds. That's what I'm saying, and that probably pisses him off. Even in the world of feds, right? You've got Fuentes, you've got Jones, right? You've got the guys Tucker. This is not even a high-level fad. He's off everything. I don't know how much of this I want to listen to, but.
And so I want to talk about that with Roger Stone coming up. But here's the end of Trump's speech last night that I thought was particularly powerful. Here it is.
In the end, government either serves the productive, patriotic, hardworking American citizen, or it serves those who break the laws, cheat the system, and seek power and profit at the expense of our nation. Look at Minnesota, where Somalians have taken over the economics of the state and have stolen billions and billions of dollars from Minnesota and indeed from the United States of America. And we're going to put an end to it for so long.
I mean, look. Assuming that's true. And he's saying what? I think the allegations are like 8 billion. The newest shit that's come out. How much are you giving fucking? How much are you subsidizing AI corporations per year? Right? How much are you subsidizing the fossil fuel industry per year? How much are you subsidizing the fucking weapons manufacturers per year? How much are you giving fucking Israel? Over the will of the entire country. If the Somalis are cheating shit, take the money from them. I don't give a shit. I don't know. It seems like this big culture war type of crusade that y'all are all distracting yourselves with. Y'all meaning, you know, this sort of lane of Republican, conspiracy Republican voter. It seems like this lane that they're all distracting themselves with, just in time to, you know, look away from Epstein, look away from Israel, look away from the wars this fuck is about to start for Israel and for the fucking corporations.
Before my election, the vast majority of good and decent Americans were forced to watch as corrupt politicians plundered the halls of power, exploited our taxpayers, and pillaged every system that makes civilized society function. But not anymore, and you see that every day. Not anymore. We're putting America first, and we...
Okay, my notes say, I just looked over in my notes, and they say really boring for this next part, the stone bit. So I'm going to skip that up until here. So last time.
I need the American people. First, he has to call on God, which he's done before, and then everything. He called you. This is going to help much. And God's like, Trump must mobilize and say,
okay, wait. She's invoking God, so I do have to hear this.
You're going over technicals. Everything you said in the speech was true. We know that. I'm asking big picture. What can he do messaging wise? I mean, my gut.
And by the way, this is the most important broadcast in the 31 years that he's been doing it. That this is the gist that you're getting. The only thing that he's covered is a telepromptered speech full of shit that Trump gave that nobody even fucking watched. Nobody watched this shit. Nobody's watching speeches from Trump. Nobody gives a shit. That's the only thing he's talked about. This entire, so far. Now I'm not watching the other fucking 3 hours of this.
Level yesterday. I was literally praying during his speech. And God told me, I'm not joking, I'm praying during his speech saying it's all true, but it's so technical, people won't get it. I don't think this is going to help much. And God's like, Trump must mobilize and say, I can't do it alone.
God told him that.
I need the American people. First, he has to call on God, which he's done before. And then everything. He call on God, and then he needs to call on us. What do you think of that? I'm talking about, hey, I can't do this alone. I'm trying. We've got a lot done, but you understand we're under attack. He needs to explain.
God told him that. God told him this about the Israeli pedophile speech. God is talking to him, saying that the Israeli pedophile needs to conscript the American people as propaganda soldiers for his government that's controlled by the aforementioned Israeli pedophiles.
The no tax on tips at the state level illegally?
Well, Alex, there's another part of this, which is I think Americans really, when they voted for Donald Trump, they voted for a stronger economy, lower taxes, less regulation, job creation.
Yeah, and they voted to cover up the Epstein files, and they voted for his dick and children. They voted for that too, right, Roger? They voted for files to come out that say he raped a 13-year-old. That's what they wanted.
And a return to economic growth.
But this dumb fuck, Jones, knows that fucking voting is bullshit. He knows that you can hack a voting machine in 5 seconds. Why are we still talking about fucking voting? You see how they forget shit? You see how easy it is to be slippery and stupid and loop back into first level republicanism when you're a Fed and you forget shit like that?
They did not vote for regime change foreign wars. So I think it's very important for the president to make...
You're about to get one. Doesn't matter what they voted for. You're going to get one. You might get a few. Bet he's not done with Iran. Once Israel gets their shit together again, they're going to go for it again. Didn't vote for regime change. Oh, sorry. That's where $1 trillion of your dollars is about to go. You wanted healthcare? Oh, you wanted America to be a better place? Stupid.
The American people understand that what he's doing in our hemisphere, the pressure he's putting on Venezuela, the pressure you may have to put on Honduras if there is a Marxist.
It's about cutting off the communist Chinese. Exactly. So explain that.
You fucking kidding?
But more importantly than only that, this is a substantial threat. Venezuela is a mafia-run state. This is not a...
Bro. So there, I thought he was going to be like, we have to convince him not to do it. He's like, no, we need to fucking win the prop war on Venezuela. Are you kidding me? The mafia-run state. You for real? Let me hear this.
A substantial threat. Venezuela is a mafia-run state. This is not a government. This is a cartel-controlled government. They use
so it is a government.
Allies in Honduras
oh,
stopping point, and they're importing hundreds of millions of dollars of drugs into our country, killing Americans. That is one of the major things this is about.
Billions.
And Jones
cannot continue to have this level of Marxist narco drug trafficking through.
I mean, that's the shit Reagan was hawking. That sloppy shit. Everybody on Earth knows that the fucking CIA runs the fucking. Everybody knows that. That's one of the first conspiracies you run across. Is that the CIA? It basically invented drug trafficking on an international scale. Post World War II. They pioneered it. I mean, is that a fucking joke? Is that a joke? Nobody's buying that. Even the cartel they're talking about, I forget the name of it. Like, there were 60 Minutes articles about how the CIA was funding that cartel for precisely this reason, obviously. So that we could invade Venezuela and take their oil. And guess who doesn't have a Rothschild-run central bank? Venezuela. What a shocker. We're inventing a reason to invade another country who doesn't have a Rothschild-run central bank. Imagine that.
Through Venezuela, through Honduras, under the Marxist government there.
Oh, those dirty Marxists. Oh, those communists. They're at it again. Oh, shit. They're always up to trouble. Oh.
This cannot be.
Yeah, let's be
allowed.
clear. Let's be clear. Venezuela has
That's what this is about. That is what this is about, not regime change.
No, of course not.
That's what I keep saying. Venezuela has 10 times the budget of the CIA for what they do. They prop up Cuba and Mexico.
What? Venezuela has 10 times the budget of the CIA to do what? Deal drugs? Are you out of your fucking head? He really 10 times the budget of the CIA he thinks Venezuela has to run drugs. I mean, you can just say shit. You can say anything. How do you know that? Right? What all have we even seen? These shitty fucking rafts full of like plastic containers of allegedly drugs that they just blow up with drones that are probably worth more than the entire cartel. Where are you getting the? I mean, fuck it. There might not be 10 times the budget of the CIA in all of Venezuela. Where are you getting that? Anyway, this is the. I just wanted to pop in. This is the type of shit that Jones is on nowadays. It's just purely. He's a spokesman for the Trump administration. He's an inventor of bullshit, like just horseshit theories to justify anything the Trump administration will do to these just retarded IL Republican voters who are still like Israel first or just imbeciles. He makes them feel smarter than the average bear, and that's his job. So yeah, we'll be doing some more of these, I think. We'll be doing some more, and by the way, don't get it twisted. We'll do some more, we'll cover the libs. We'll cover those retards too, but yeah.